Well, hello, good evening. Delkim live on a Thursday evening, a wet Thursday evening where I am in Northampton. Hope you are well wherever you are. 30 minutes then of Delkim chat. Just let me shut the door before the little one runs in. Hold on a second. That's better. A bit disorganised tonight, ever so sorry about that. So what we're going to talk about tonight? Well, I thought tonight we'd do hangers. Get quite a lot of people asking about our hangers, and hopefully we can go through the different sorts, explain what the benefits are of the Delkim hanger, the various ones. There certainly is some unique properties that they offer. Not the fact that they just light up, which you may well have seen, and obviously they only work with Delkim alarms, but they do offer something quite advantageous over many other bobbins. I know, it's a very cluttered area, bobbins, and people have their own personal choice and handmade ones and all sorts of things. But we're going to have a look at what we do and why we do it, and hopefully then that will clear your mind as to what you might want or not want, or if you've got them already and just feel like you need a little bit of reassurance on what you're doing and the best way to use them, and that's fine. Of course, as always, we're looking for your questions. If you need any help and advice on anything Delkim related, then we can help you, or I can help you tonight. So drop your questions in the chat wherever you are, on YouTube and on Facebook, and we can help you out with anything there if you need any advice. Obviously, people coming out to play now, fishing season not too far away, clocks go forward or back, sorry. Spring forward, yep, clocks go forward, work it out, Lee. And so brighter nights, more fishing on the way, which is what we all want. Oh, yes, indeed. So, Alan Sharp, good evening to you on Facebook. Philip Jones on YouTube, hello. Stephen Fuller, hello to you. Good evening. So we will get going then on hangers and what they're all about and what we can do for you. So let me switch to Magic Camera 2 and let's go over. And I've got my alarm set up here, and we have a beautiful SlimLite. Now this SlimLite gives you a 2-position line clip. So can you see that on the screen? If I get that closer there, you can see it's got balls and there is a magnet in there, and all our hangers work around a magnetic line clip system. So this one has twin stainless steel balls at the top. You've got a magnet there, and this gives you a dual position. So you have a free running like so, but you also have the ability to pull it down into what we call semi-fixed position there. So now every little bit of movement is picked up, and then it will pull out and it pulls into the running position. Now this is one of the beauties of the Delkim line clip, is that it stays on the line until you strike. So, this is, why would you want a bobbin that falls off the line before you're ready to strike? Yeah, okay, you might get a run and everything's belting off, but sometimes it does that. And as soon as you've lost your hanger off your line, you've got nothing to take up the slack. You've lost indication. So the beauty of ours is that they stay on the line until you strike. And that's a very big positive. Being magnetic, you get no loss of clip force. You get, it doesn't wear. It will be the same forever and a day. It will definitely outlive you or I magnets. So that is one of the benefits of that. There's no metal pins to wear out. There's no plastic to break or fade or go soft. So the line clip will be the same the day you buy it to the day you die, or the day you get rid of it. So that is, again, one of the benefits of the Delkim system. Now, one of the things you may notice is this little arm here. Now, we've been using carbon arms on our hangers for quite a long time. We first brought out our original, very old illuminated hanger, the NiteLite, where it started off back in 2007, I think, 2006, 2007. And that was just a bit of wire and it was hanging on the end, it plugged in our old alarms. We've come on a long way since then. We now have, these are outer springs, so it hangs just like a normal hanger would be, and we've got our own patented cap flex assembly that gives you a lot of strength. So these are extremely strong, even though they've got a wire at the inside. They also have a stainless steel, basically like a pike trace wire. So, you know, there's lots of strength in there, and we get very, very few failures on these. Obviously, they are, you know, electrical. They have an LED in them. You know, they're wires in there, but they prove to be very, very reliable, and they do as good a job as any hanger out there that doesn't glow up. Now, let me just show you what you can do with these. So, what I can do, this carbon arm clips on the front. What I can do is, if I wanted to, I can just use it as a free hanger. So there you go, our little cap flex assembly there. Hangs just like a chain. I can put it into the fixed position, and there you go, you can see, and it's like many other bobbins, it pulls into the running clip, and there you go. But what can happen, and what does happen generally at the moment, is we get wind. And so what you don't want is bobbins flapping around, giving you false indications. And that's very, very important, not just with Delkims, probably with any bite alarm. You know, if you get excessive movement and things are flapping around, then you really are leaving yourself open for false indications. But, you know, definitely with the Delkim being vibration, if that's flapping around, you're going to be turning this down, your sensitivity or your response, and losing information. So what you don't want to do is have these flapping around. Now, what you can do is add more weight. This then stops it moving around. But with our system, you've got the magic carbon arm. So all you have to do, you put that through there, you give it a twist, and now clip that on the front of your alarm, and you now have a solid hanger, a lightweight hanger that you can use in windy conditions without having to worry. I've got a 5 gram weight on there. In the pack, oh, can you see? Let's see, oh, let's get there to the camera. In the pack, where's my hand? I'm trying to see and do stuff at the same time. So you get a 10 gram, 3 gram, and that's got a 5 gram weight on there, so hopefully you can see, sorry. Trying to look at 3 cameras at once. If I take that off there, it just screws on the bottom. You could see that that just has a thread on there, and then you can just screw that on there, and you add your weights as you wish, take them off, and now you've got a super lightweight bobbin that's not going to flap around in the wind. Awesome. So you can really maximize your response. You can fish lightweight. Again, perfect if you're fishing slat lines. That ain't going to drop in the mud. It's perfectly slack, and it will hang down, or if you wanted to, you're fishing it tight. Whichever way you wish to fish, it gives you that versatility, and you can just add your weight as you want to. Lost my little 5 gram weight now. Yep, you know, I've put 5 gram, 3 grams. I can screw on the bottom there, and away you go. And the thing is, yeah, okay, you can use it without the arm, but why would you? It's only ever going to get windy. So the fact it adds no real weight at all, and it goes up and down the arm, you can see that arm is only keeping that in position there to stop it moving side to side. It allows, it completely can run wherever it wants to. Turn that down a bit. And in conjunction with one of these, which is the Smart Clip, which I will come back to before the end of this Delkim Live, then you really are maximising your visual indication. Yes, it lights up. Yes, you should always match the colour of your hanger to the colour of your alarm, because everyone is a different colour LED. Everyone is powered slightly different to maintain the colour balance, the brightness across the range of 6 colours. But the SlimLite there, very, very popular. We do a opal version as well. So if you want a more opaque version. So we've got a clear one, and then we have a more opaque one. So lights are a bit different, maybe against a watery background. You can see it a bit better, but these stand out like a sore thumb. Anyway, when they light up, they do look very, very nice. And of course, they match whatever you set on your alarms, and they glow. If that drops off to night marking, they'll glow up just the same. So whatever you've got your alarms set in terms of LED brightness, they will match that and be exactly the same as you've set. In terms of current consumption, hardly draw anything. You can see there. Can you see that? Yeah, you can just see that that's glowing on. So you've got your. Let me turn the big light. Let me turn the big light off, and hopefully you'll see that that's glowing up there. There you go. Night marking. So that will match whatever your alarm is doing. Put big light back on. And in terms of current draw, nothing. You'd never notice it. So you can happily use them day in, day out, and you'll still get years battery life out of your alarms. It's a negligible amount because it's only going to go off when you get a run. When it's sitting there in night marking, it's actually pulsing. Some of you, if you get close, you might actually see that night marking pulses, a bit like a frequency of a TV. Your TV actually pulses 50 hertz, 60 hertz. It's a very similar scenario. So that is our very lightweight hanger, dual position line clip, magnetic balls, magnetic bars in there, so you can do that. And we do some heavier weights. Unfortunately, like a numpty, I haven't brought the heavier weights with me for this demonstration, which is a bit silly, but we do 20 and 30 in a pack, so we do a heavyweight pack. Now these are lightweight, the clip isn't massively strong, so 20 grams is about the heaviest that you're going to be able to be using with this hanger. If you want any more weight, then this, its big brother or big sister, big sibling, is the one for you. So one thing I will note, that they work with all our alarms. So whether you've got the txi-ds, EVDs, or any of the plus range alarms, there's a TXI plus there, standard plus, EV plus, anything with the socket, all our hangers work with all our alarms. So that's never a problem. And I also would say that the best way to remove the hangers, always, if you've got hangers, is to just let them drop down straight and just pull down just like that on the bobbin head. All the strength is in the cable. So if I plug that back in, don't be trying to bend over and fiddle and grab the plugs, because this is where they get damaged and you start bending things. If you let them hang down, and then you can just pull straight down, and that is the best way to release them, and will always keep them as good nick as possible without causing any damage to the plug. If you're pulling at angles, you can cause damage. So let's switch over now. So I'm going to unclip that, pull down, there we go, I've just removed it, and we're going to plug in our separate one. As you can see, the bar pushes in the front. Just those of you who don't have our hangers, 2 little holes in the front there. The bar that comes with it just pushes in the front 2 holes, and that allows you to attach our arms. Also, you can see the socket. When it comes fresh out the box, it'll have a little coloured bung. We get people saying, oh, there's no socket, where do I put it? There's a little bung in there, coloured bung, that you just flick out with your finger or a knife, and that protects it if you don't use our hangers. If you do, obviously, you can plug it back in when you finish or just leave it, but it just is in there for colour coding. So, what have we got here? This is our heavier version. So this is what we call the Nightlight indication set. So that the other one was a SlimLite. Pretty self-explanatory, SlimLite. This is the Nightlight, so the fatter version, heavier version. Again, this has a free running line clip, 1 magnetic ball, 1 stainless steel ball. Doesn't have the fixed clip position. This is a completely free running hanger. I'll put that on there, so you can see that that will just run up and down the line like that. It hasn't got a fixed position. And for those of you that may have just bought them or want to know how to fit them onto the arm, it's slightly different with these. It's a slightly longer arm. You just want to bend them apart slightly. You poke the plug through there. You get that on there and you just locate it. It's got two little lugs here. And now that's free run up the arm. I'll do that again so you can see. Okay, so this will just bend apart, so use your fingers. Don't go mad, but just bend it apart slightly, gets the plug through, and you can just pull it apart and then just locate that in there. All right, and then we clip that on the front, or you can plug it in first, whichever way around you want to do it. And now we have our Nightlight indication set. So again, this works on the same principle as it can be a free hanging bobbin if you want, and you have the arm that stops it moving around. Again, it's free to traverse up and down it's a big word for a Thursday night. It can move up and down the arm, and it literally acts as a hanger. The thing with these is they take more weight. So this will take up to 60 grams. We do a big fat weight, for real long range or real bad conditions, river fishing, loads of tow, they will take more weight easily. It's a stronger line clip because it's a bigger, fatter bobbin, and you can add more weight to that. It's a more chunky design. In terms of the actual weight without anything on, there's not a lot of difference. It'll be marginally heavier than this with an arm because the arm is slightly shorter, the bobbin's slightly smaller, but you're talking a couple of grams weight compared to each other. But the difference is it is a more chunky, heavier style bobbin, like a dumpy whatever version of other people's. Again, doesn't drop in the mud. You can fish slack lines. You can do all the things that you could do, and it pulls up nicely, nice and free running. Again, doesn't fall off the line until you strike. And that is what you get. Again, you get the pack of weights, 3, 5 and a 10, all comes in it with the arm. You get everything you need. They are $34.99, $37.99, and the SlimLites are $34.99. So slightly more expensive. All 6 colours match up, and you pays your money, you takes your choice. Really depends what you're doing. I would say general fishing, chucking it more than 50, 60, 70 yards, these will work all day long. If you're doing something and you need something that's a bit more meaty for longer range, for more bigger waters on the continent where you might be rowing baits out or whatever, this one's your friend because you can add that more weight. But most UK waters, our main field testers generally use this one. Depends on whether you like a fatter one or a thinner one. Okay, that's a lot of chat from me. Let's go back to see if you guys have any questions on that, or if you haven't all disappeared off the face of the earth. Let's see what people have got to say. If you've got any questions, let me know. We'll drop on that. Everybody got any questions on hangers? Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube, so let me just run through this. Are the hangers under warranty? I have 2 that failed to light up. All our products have a 2-year warranty, so that's KK on YouTube. So if you've got a problem and you've got the receipt, obviously without the receipt we can't know how old they are, but if you have the receipt, 2-year warranty, we will fix them and get them back to us. What about the Nightlight Pro, Lee? Philip Jones, all our hangers fit all our alarms. So if you've got the older versions, the Nightlight Pro or the ES indication set, then I haven't gone through them because they're sort of coming towards the end of their lives. This is where we're going on these, but there's still some around. Yes, all our hangers fit all alarms because they've all got the socket, or the plug I should say. As long as they've got that plug, which they have, they'll plug in the bottom of any plus alarm or any digital alarm. Can you change the colours of txi-d? You cannot change the colours on the txi-ds or any of our alarms. They are fixed colours, 6 bright, super bright, distinct LEDs. So they're very, very powerful and they have strong colours, so we do that. What we got? Anybody else asking about hangers while I'm just squeezing through it? I want to confirm that I can use them because the V2s I need, but I get this. So Philip Jones, you can use any hangers with any of our alarms, so that should cover that. Why does the receiver drain the battery? Michael Jones, I would imagine that you've got a fault if your TXI is draining the batteries. Maybe you need to get that back to us. How quickly is it draining? Is it days, weeks, months? What sort of life? We can have a look at that for you. 2 days ago, email answer speed with clarity, super customer service. Mally Rimmer, yes, we're always here to help. So if you need any help, all our socials, you can see it on there on the screen. You can help out there. So what else? Any other things? Somebody's asking. Oh, so maybe that was succinct about hangers because everybody seems to understand. So are you selling Union Jack stickers still? Yes, Dave Shortland. Just go to our website shop and Union Jack ones are on there. You can find them, and I think they're $2.50 for a strip of 5. So anybody else got any questions on that before I quickly finish off as we're talking about hangers? Let's talk quickly about the smart clip. Very, very quickly, because I do this every week. People always ask, what is it? And it is a free running line clip that fits any rod and has a little rubber O-ring on there. There's some spring-loaded balls in there, and it allows you to fix it at any point on your rod and is to maximize your visual indication. So it is important to make sure you try and keep as equal angle as you can between the alarm and the point of which the line comes through, and this maximizes your visual indication. It allows the bobbin to travel all the way to the top of the rod. Now this doesn't matter whether it's a Delkim or anybody else's bobbins, hangers, alarms, it doesn't matter. It's all relevant. These work with anybody's system, but the principle is the same. It's that maximum travel and it equals out the weight of the bobbin. If I take this out the clip and I pull it off the bail arm of the reel, you can see that hopefully you can see, it's starting to pull tight now, and I've got the set towards the top as you would do. That is now tight and it can't really go anywhere, and it's increased the tension. So we've all had it, I'm sure, where we get a fish pull and then it drops back because there is an increase in tension, weight, whatever you want to call it, as that pulls up to the top. By putting it in there and clipping it, it allows that to pull all the way to the top. Moving it forward makes the bobbin feel lighter, moving it back makes it feel a bit heavier. So you can counterbalance it. So if I was getting some bobbin creep and I didn't want to add any more weight, I could potentially move that back slightly and counterbalance it. Because, I've got 5, I don't want to add 10 grams of weight, it's going to be too much, so I can counterbalance it. So, in the old days we had butt rings that stood there, but we don't have that now on rods these days because the butt ring is too far. But that is what that does, and it fits anyone. You can cast with it on, you can turn it to the top of the rod, you can just take it off and pop it in your pocket. It's no different than disconnecting your hanger and connecting that back up. It's in your pocket, drop it on the rod, and there you go. And obviously when you strike, it pulls out. It's not the same as the fixed, sort of that kind of clip that people have at the top of the rod. That doesn't do the same thing because you're effectively doing exactly the same as pulling off the reel. So you're creating tension. You need it this end of the rod near your bite alarm to maximise your visual indication. £15 or $14.99 for a pack of 3 they are. They're handy in anybody's fishing kit, whatever brand of bite alarm and hangers you use. They're well handy, great bit of kit, sell loads of them. As soon as we ever do a show, people go, oh, blimey, I need them. So that really helps with our visual indication, really helps with the hangers, maximises your visual indication. Okay, I think that's pretty much covered what I was going to say. Unless anybody else has any more questions. Send a question. So, if you have any problems, you can always come to us. Don't forget, obviously people are coming out to play now. Download our Delkim app. So search Delkim, where it's got all videos, helpful hints and tips. You can get spares. You can book in repairs if you've come out, you grabbed your stuff out the cupboard for the first time in a while and you've got a problem. We can get that sorted. Then you can do that on there. You can get spares. You can do your warranty. You book that in online. Everything is there for you on the Delkim app. New products and old products. So please get that in your armoury. It's very, very useful. One thing I will say is that if you're all looking to send your stuff back to be serviced, we do not service. We fix faults. Our products don't need servicing. We don't recondition, but we certainly fix faults. And anybody on here will tell you how quickly we do that. Within 10 working days, if not sooner, get it to us. We'll get it fixed, paid for, swift. Everything's communicated to you via email or text. You know when it arrives. You know when it's done. You know how much it costs. And you know when it's on the way back to you. So, and everything's sent by a 24-hour courier. So everything is smooth and sweet. 10 working days is the maximum. So if you're about to have a fishing trip, don't go wake up the day before, check your stuff and find out you've got a problem. Make sure you give yourself a bit of time. We always get the France on Friday time of year, which is coming, and people wake up on a Thursday and they've got a problem. So get them back to us. Bear in mind, we do not service. If they're working, fine. Like a TV, you only need to get a man in to look at your TV or woman if it's broke. You don't have somebody come and have a look at it every 12 months, 6 months to see if it's all right. It'll work or it don't. That's one of the benefits of Delkim. No moving parts, none that wear out. It works or it doesn't. That's the main thing. So that is about it. I can't waffle much more. So keep it simple. Check your stuff out. If you've got any problems, you can come to us at any point in time. Download that app and make sure you get out there and enjoy your fishing. If you have any more questions, please, and you're watching this again, feel free to drop questions on here. I will go back over it, and if I missed anybody's comments, I will try and reply to them, and we'll see or if there's anything you want to go over, maybe in future Delkim Lives. We do this every 2 weeks. Then we can do that for you. But hangers, they don't just light up. They really serve a strong purpose. Lightweight, that don't flap about in the wind. You don't get any false indications. And they do light up and look pretty. That's what we do. That's another good product from Delkim. Thank you very much, those of you watching tonight live. If you're watching again, there's plenty more content on our YouTube channel and at Delkim Limited, and of course across our Facebook social media pages. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. If you're going to get out fishing, don't forget to put the clocks forward. And we'll see you again in a couple of weeks' time with an interview with James Armstrong. One of our main field testers is going to be with us on a live chat. So not to be missed, hopefully, if technology works. So take care. Good night. God bless. See you soon.